Who's back?
Who's back?
You don't know who's back? Dennis and Mabel. I'm so cheesy. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dennis and Mabel. We are here to continue our series, Love. What is love? We're here today to give you Love Keeps No Record of Wrongs.
Oh.
Like that is just we paused a little bit for this topic. So just a little bit of background. A lot of times when we go through certain things, for me personally, I come to this kitchen and I remind myself and like literally go through all of this and I process, okay, am I doing this? Am I doing that? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? But love keeps no record of wrongs for me is keeping receipts for your relationships, whether it's your husband, your whatever. And there are situations where having a receipt is a okay thing, but on the day-to-day relationship.
So you're saying it's good when it's good to keep the receipt when it's positive.
No, I'm saying it's good to keep the receipt for like a situation that you already know is toxic, right? You know that this person is like they have just this habit of turning things around. Okay. And like if you have a girlfriend or a friend or whomever, where it's like, you know, like this is just this person's personality, where they'll say one thing here and then they'll go over there and they'll say something else. That's a whole nother dimension of, you probably don't need to be around those type of environments. But when I say keeping receipts, I'm talking about relationship wise, where you have an argument or you have a fight or whatever, something's happened and you're like archiving. You've moved on, but you haven't moved on. So you're archiving things like, oh, Dennis said this to me. Oh, okay, let me put it in the back of my mind in my little checkbox. And I'm gonna keep adding and adding. And so one of the days I'm just gonna blow up and I'm gonna go back to my archive and I'm gonna be like, oh, you said this, you said this, you did this, and bring up all this stuff from like all this time ago, whether it's weeks ago or months ago or whatever, and you bring it in.
So, you done that before? That's what you used to do, or you still do?
Really?
I'm asking you.
Sometimes I'm guilty, yes.
Okay.
So, you really... So, you just keep things and you just build and build and build, and you're like, I'm gonna get them. Me, I'm petty. I'm petty. So, like, I plan my attacks. I'm trying to be better.
Better attack. Damn.
No, seriously. Listen, if you're petty, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? You're like, I'm going to get you where it hurts. And these are all things that we all need to grow and learn from, because this is not a good thing, by the way. I ain't saying you should be petty. But I'm telling you that's something that I can be at times. And I'm working on it. So
Look, let me give myself a shout out.
Uh-huh.
So I'm the type that sometimes will keep those receipts that she's talking about. Mm-hmm. However, I forget the receipt. Which in a way makes it good because, I know she said something mean to me. Or
and
something
I'll ask
negative.
him, what did I say? And he'll be like,
exactly. And
I don't have an example.
I don't remember it anymore. Because I remember she said something that I didn't like, right?
Right.
But now guess what? It's gone.
Right.
I feel like that's positive for me, right? So naturally I'm doing it where I forgot about it, so I moved on. Maybe that's the type of heart I have. So I have a great heart, man. You got a great man here. But anyway, so yeah, so we're looking at that too, right? But see, when we talk about love does not keep
record of wrong.
Record of the wrong. Sometimes we hold on to a situation, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of addressing it ahead of time or in a good amount of time, or my advice to people is do not go sleep.
Within reason.
Yeah, do not go to sleep in the heat of the moment. Like, when things aren't going well and all you're upset about something, do not let it, put you to sleep and you haven't addressed it. So a great way to avoid this is to address the situation. If you can, no matter what you do, address it. Yes. Now, it's either you address it to have the conversation, to arrive at a solution, or you address it by asking for time.
Yes.
Okay? That means
Time to process.
Yeah, that means you acknowledge the other party. Now, when I say the other party, because I'm talking in terms of not just being in a marital situation or in a romantic relationship, but also with all kinds of relationship. You need that. You need to understand, okay, if I care about you, if I love you well enough, right? If I love you like that, if I've told you I love you and I mean it the way I'm saying it, that means I need to like sit down, and I need not to keep everything that you've done wrong without addressing it. You know, when you keep it in you, you're gonna react. You're gonna act upon certain things, and it messes up the whole love definition. It kills everything else. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Can we address it? Can we talk about it? Or can you give me some more time so we can discuss this a bit later? I need to activate that patience aspect of love, right? I need to activate it in order to address the situation, so I don't end up keeping in my bank account that evil or that wrongdoing,
Negative.
or that hurt that I feel like, I've gone through. So someone may think, should I call it like I'm weak?
Right.
I'm weak because I want to resolve a situation between me and a friend, or me and my spouse. That type of stuff. Like, somebody might think, oh, use it as a weakness. It's not a weakness. It's me seeking, or me activating the amount of love I have for the person or for the individual. Hence the reason I would either call somebody, I need help to resolve this situation. I need help with this. I wronged this person in this way, in that way. This is how it went down, and this is how I want to address it. I am sorry about that. I feel bad about it. I didn't do it with any malintent. So you want to address these little itty bitty things that sometimes it eats you up because you've kept it. I mean, not only is it hurting you, you think you're holding on to something so strong, but what you're doing is you're hurting yourself.
Right.
You're giving yourself unnecessary or needed
Pressure.
blood pressure. All in the name of, oh, I'm gonna hold on to this, I'm gonna get him back. Oh, I'm not gonna talk to this person ever again because they stepped on my foot the wrong way. They did this to me, they did that to me. That type of stuff is what I'm talking about. Do not keep the wrongs. When you keep it, it's hurting you.
Yes.
Let it go. That's an added weight.
Forgiveness, I feel like, plays into this.
Exactly.
You have to be able to forgive for yourself and be able to move on from it. Yes, not necessarily you have to be able to forget what they did, but it can't be the driving force for your actions moving forward. Like, you have to be able to understand that this person also has their point of view of the situation that went down, and they're maneuvering in their own way, their personality or whatever. Remember, there's only one of you, so only you can react in your way. Nobody else can react like you.
Right.
So just having forgiveness for the other person, for yourself, because they always say forgiveness is not about them, it's about you, right?
Right.
And the Bible does say about forgiving. I don't know where it is, about forgiving. What did it say? 7 times. Seven times.
Times 7.
There you go.
Like
Know.
that.
I know it,
I
but
don't know. I don't know it. I don't know.
But
you can look it up.
Yeah. They can
look it up.
We'll put it in the description. But it's just stuff like that. Just not holding things so dear to your hearts and making that your driving force for stuff. Because sometimes we hold on to the things and then we're moving with it, but the other person, they already moved on with their life. Like, they're good. they're fine with wherever they are and whatever they're doing, and you are there just holding on to all these things and loading, because this is a luggage that you're just holding on. If you went to the airport right now, they'll tell you can't even take it because it's too heavy. Okay, like it's just overweight. Like, get rid of all this luggage.
You got your own luggage of life.
Right.
You have your own. Then you've added another to yourself.
Yep.
That's extra.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, address it. You might not want to talk to the person. Yeah, that's fine. We'll take it. But let it go. You can remember the situation, but you need to, let it be, let it go. I'm not saying, go back and talk to this person just cause. If you're not gonna go back and talk to them, at least address it. You did this and this to me. I did not appreciate it.
And give people chances, because we are all allowed to mess up, right?
Yeah.
We're all allowed to make a mistake. And if I tell you I only make one mistake, I'm lying. I make multiple mistakes. And it's...
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I make multiple mistakes. So it's like, you can forgive me for one thing.
What kind of mistakes are you talking about? Like,
I mean, just in general.
we all make mistakes. I mean, what kind of mistakes? Are you talking about like mistake that say like you wronged me? Like,
yes, that is like...
Yeah. I mean, you have the platform. You can say sorry to me now. Say sorry. Say sorry. Say sorry for all the wrongs that you've done to me.
I'm sorry for all the wrongs and all the records that I kept.
Thank you.
For you.
You kept records?
Sometimes.
She kept
in
records.
My pettiness. But seriously, I'm sorry, okay?
Hey, you messing up my hair. Yeah, but that's really and truly, let it go. Don't hold on to it. You care about the person. You love them. Keep it moving. It's your mother. It's your father. Your siblings. Your spouse. Your children.
Forgive them.
They wronged you and you're holding on to it. Really, though? Let it go. Have a conversation. Yeah. You get to know them better. You get to understand them better. You get to get where the thought process was. But at some point, we're going to talk about different things that will bring all of these together in one ball, where you understand where one piece of it could be causing a bigger issue for the entire, human self, or the entire love definition. Like, all those pieces come together to form it as one. You don't want to miss any piece of it, because once you miss a piece, it just, you realize what you're missing. So every little thing counts. Were you patient enough? If you were patient enough, you would have known that you would have addressed the situation instead of carrying that situation on.
Over.
Right? Did you envy? If you didn't envy, then you know you weren't going to wrong somebody, because you knew when you wrong somebody by being envious of them, it's going to affect you. So all of these little things come into play.
All add up.
Yep. It's a nice little puzzle that will come into play. And I believe if you continue to listen and follow this page and give us a like and a notification as well, guess what? You're going to have that puzzle piece together.
And sometimes it's okay to recognize that you know the pieces, because these things that we're telling you, we didn't just make them up, right? They're not new things. So it's like sometimes you know the stuff, but it's like how to apply it.
Yes.
And how to like bring the pieces together. And especially when it comes to conflict, sometimes we struggle to do conflict on our own, because our mindset is, this is what I'm thinking, and your mindset is, this is what you're thinking, and we're just going like this. Right. We're going like this. So sometimes you do need that neutral party that's able to sit and listen to both sides and be able to, work around to bring you back together. So don't beat yourself up if, you try and then it's not working. You just keep clashing.
It's difficult.
It's very difficult. Sometimes it is okay to seek a third person to help, not just any third person. People don't just be listening and telling your business to everybody, because people are not for you. Okay.
But it could be for you, but
some people are just not. They just doing the most. They tell you one thing and then they're doing something else. Yeah.
But if you follow our series, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna figure out how to address it easily, because you're following the different things we're talking about. And like she mentions, like, it's not things that you don't know. You know it already. It's about bringing it to play. I mean, some of the things we were talking about here is just life's experiences. It's not like when we went out there to read a book and we learned something. No. It's just life's experiences. We have our bouts or whatever, and we try to go backwards, so we apply some of these things and have conversations. Conversations. It goes a long way.
And every day in relationships is never the same. I mean, not just relationships. There's no day that's like the same. Every day is a new opportunity for you to learn. Every day is a new opportunity for you to grow. Every day is a new opportunity for you to be better than you were yesterday, for yourself. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. So stay tuned. Our series is just amazing for us, and we're looking forward to now having pillow talk and discussing this in more detail, and I hope that you guys will be able to do the same. So thank you so much for staying tuned.
Yes. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. See, my voice isn't that great, but that's all we're talking about. New mercies we see.
Wow.
So as you're seeing the new mercies, let it go out there and
You know, you
affect
could have
somebody
just said
else's
the words
life.
instead of like singing it though.
Yeah, but when I sing it, then I remember it. You see what I'm saying? That's why it's actually good to sing. It'll be a different topic. Yeah. In it.
I won't be in that video.
I don't need you in it. Sometimes I just want to be alone.
I'm sorry, guys. I did say that we were weird. Well, he's
You know
weird.
who? I'm not weird.
He's weird.
I'm not.
Bye, guys.